All right, welcome to the next lesson of Your First Podcast, a crash course. So we are still in the Make the Podcast section, and we are going to start on Lesson 10. So Lesson 10 is broken down into various steps. So there's going to be Lesson 10, Part 1, Part 2, and so on and so forth. What we're really going to be covering is the actual editing process for editing your podcast. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to download the software that we're going to be using to edit your podcast. So the program that I would recommend and I suggest and that we're going to use in this course for editing your podcast is a program called Audacity. Now, Audacity is a free digital audio workstation, or DAW. This is something I mentioned in the previous lessons about things that you need to produce your podcast. So Audacity is a simple, free digital audio workstation that you can use to edit your podcast. You come to the website and it's, I'll put the links in the descriptions and all the things like that. But in this video, you'll see that you need to go to audacityteam.org, and then from there you can download. But again, it's Audacity. And depending on whatever your type of computer you have, you can download. Audacity, again, is free and is available on all these different platforms. So for those who are using a PC, for those who are using Mac, and for those who are using Linux, what you want to do is you want to go to your respective operating system or computer, and then you're going to come here and you're going to download your copy of Audacity. And so there are different ones, and for my computer, it just popped up with the installation file. So you just go here, save file. So I already have it all installed on my computer, so I'm not going to download it again. But you hit save file and save it to your computer. You also want to download, and you scroll down after these initial installers. You're going to scroll down and you're going to come to optional downloads. Here, you're going to come to the second link, which says FFmpeg Import Export Library. So this is the next thing right here that you need to download. You click this, and it'll take you to what looks like a Wikipedia page. It's going to take you here, and then you're going to come down to recommended installer, and then the first step, go to the external FFmpeg download page. You click that, then it's going to bring you to another page. And then from this page, you want to download this file right here. And the same thing is for Macs and those who are using Linux. But right here, Windows FFmpeg installer. And so you're going to download that. I'm just going to download. I've already have all of this stuff installed on my computer. But those are the steps that you need to do. Okay, so once you've downloaded all your files, now you want to install Audacity first. So after you have installed Audacity and installed your FFmpeg program, this is what a blank Audacity program looks like. Blank. There's nothing here. And this is the space where you will be editing the audio that you recorded to produce your podcast. And so just to show you a few things about Audacity before you go in and get into the editing, you have your file, edit, select, view, transport, tracks, generate, effect, analyze, tools, help. So the main things that you're going to be using are your file, edit, select, view, and effects. And so something I want to show you is once you're in your project and you start editing, you want to be sure that you save your project. And so even though there's nothing in here, I can still save the project. And you just go to save project. And you can save it wherever you need to save it. You know, if you have a special folder that you want to save your podcast or anything like that, you just put in a name and you hit save. As we're going through this process of editing your podcast, you want to make sure that you save. Save as often as you can. You want to make sure that you save. And so the next thing that we want to do is make sure that the FFmpeg installation program is synced with Audacity. And so the reason we needed to install this additional program to go along with your Audacity is, one, Audacity is a free program. So it's limited on certain things that it can do. But the makers of Audacity saw that it's important that anybody that's using Audacity can import various file formats for their audio. So whether it's a WAV file or an MP3 file or AIFF file or even video files, that's why we did the FFmpeg installer. And so what we need to do is we need to make sure that that is synced with Audacity so that when we import, whether it's a video file or anything else, that it will automatically come up. And so what you need to do is you go to Edit, come down to Preferences, and go to Libraries. So come down here on the list and you go to Libraries. And see, it talks about lame MP3 export library. That's already something built in to Audacity. And what we have to do is we have to find the library for FFmpeg. And so mine is already installed. But whenever you download that program and you install it, make sure to go remember where that is so that you can find it. So mine's already detected and all that stuff. So I don't have to worry about that. But make sure that after you've installed both Audacity and the FFmpeg library, you want to come here and make sure that it's synced. If it's unsynced, this wouldn't be filled in. It would just be empty. But I will show you if you go locate, and we're going to try to find it manually. You go to browse, and again, you can always download it. But see, mine's is already found. But we hit browse, and you just come here. Let me go up. So FFmpeg for Audacity. Again, mine's is already found, but you would click the file that it's looking for and then hit open. And so mine's is already connected. Don't have to worry about it. But once that's all straight away and set, you just hit OK, and you're good to go. Your Audacity is now ready for you to edit and work on your first podcast. So in the rest of the lesson, I will be showing you how to edit and produce your podcast so that it is good quality and ready to be shared with the world. See you then.